Hush. Listen.
Looks like I've hit the jackpot this time.
I hear it now. That's...
Pretend you did not hear it. Act oblivious. We'll find a way to make him come out of hiding. Stop at the next turn. If there's an assassin, we'll take care of him right there. Keep quiet.
Sure, I couldn't defeat. One bad won't be enough to hold everything. After this haul, I should have to scrounge for leftovers for the next few days. If only this festival could go on longer.
Now.
Oh. That's why all of your weapons reek of blood.
Well, I can explain myself. You see, I...
Looting the arena like a despicable lowlife. Prepare to meet Thanatos, thief.
Don't do it, Lord Nias. This isn't right. Please, let him go.
Turn around, girl. Look at the corpses of those we crushed. You can cut down warriors without a second thought, yet you show compassion to this star. Give me a reason. Show me you're not as dumb as those ignorant fools.
Because he still knows how to fear death. Despicable or scum he may be, but he doesn't deserve to die here, nor become a sacrifice to the hand of Shadow. It is the darkest force in this world, and if left unchecked, all light will be consumed. To answer your question, it is never the desire to kill that drives me to wield a sword, but rather the fear of death.
Get lost, Scum. Consider yourself lucky today.
Thank you. You won't see me around this city again. I promise.
Your mercy is appreciated, Lord Nias.
Make no mistake. This is simply a commendation for your courage, not a sign that I agree with your ideas. If I understand you correctly, you must have overcome tremendous fear to dare to stand in the way of my soul. This trial isn't over. We should keep going.
Oh my goodness, he sees you, he starts laughing. Like that.
It's the same mechanism. We need to ignite the two braziers to unlock the way forward. Let's clear this trial to Alpha.
I know, it's me. I think that actually. I'm thinking y'all gonna power language of the muscles. It is me.
on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
We can do it!
Watch your head.
We can do anything!
The fearless knows not fear. Love. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Reach the end of the story your own way.
That's like baby girl. He actually baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Say it again. Say it again. You got it. You got it. Go ahead and say what you got to say, bro. Say what you got to say, bro. And you know what? In 2 weeks, I'll be on the script with you on the post. I won't say it. Oh, okay. Right. I got it. So you gotta let it like it. Right. Yeah. Oh, I'm coming to the scroll and I'm looking at it. I'm gonna look at it at the scroll. Hey, girl, your mother. I know. You did. I know. She didn't forget to tell me I'm saying that. You know, you don't get a little more. You know, man, this look, first of all, Janice. Huh? Oh, well, Nika then.
One more to go. The platform on the right is missing an iron ball. Do we have to summon a miracle for it to appear?
Never hesitate!
Spend free.
I choose you!
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
I'm still here.
Forever.
Gotcha! Victory inevitable!
Platform on the right is missing an iron ball. Do we have to summon a miracle for it to appear?
It's on me.
This is being in sync.
I choose you. We can do anything. Never hesitate. Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I know
Should have done it, right? Let's recover the miracle from the tome, miss. The gate won't budge in this time dimension.
It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
We can do it.
No dirty tricks, man. Watch your head.
We can do anything. Never hesitate. Triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Never hesitate.
It's on me.
I choose you.
No dirty tricks. Watch your head. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Triumphant. Victory is inevitable. We can do anything. Never hesitate. Is that all?
Are there others who made it this far?
Never underestimate those who step into this arena. They are skilled and courageous beyond measure.
Brave one, step forth. You could well be Castrum Kremnos' salvation.
Is that statue beckoning to us?
Brave one. Oh, brave one. Come closer. Let me get a good look at you.
Are you calling out to me, Lion?
That's right. I am. You have an unusual aura about you. I have not seen such a blazing soul in a very long time. The blazing star of Castrum Kremnos has drifted far from us. All that remains is a tin cannon on the verge of being extinguished.
Alexa.
I think you're right.
The aging and feeble king is plotting something unspeakable. One that seeks to defy Megador's divinity, their soul, and the legacy they left to Kremnos. We need salvation. We need a champion to reunite our home.
Just know that I'm not. I did not come to save anybody, Old Lion. I'm here to answer a call, to crush greed and foolishness once and for all.
Perhaps that's what we desperately need. Forge on then, warrior. Heed the call. I am elderly and weary, but I shall watch you depart and pray for your victory in every battle encounter.
Lord Naius, the calling you're heeding.
Comes from the depths of this city. We're close. So close, in fact, that I can hear the whispers in my ears.
Such carnage. Whose desires does this festival truly serve?
A beast that has lost sight of its target, and is now guided only by its innate bloodlust.
Lord Naius, now that we're at the very heart of Castrum Criminals, it's time to let you in on our goal here. While we do not expect you to work with us, we do not wish for conflict either.
Speak.
We came here to find a way to destroy Mordor. We received intel that the Titan of Strife had lost their reason and is now trying to create an immortal vessel for himself. If we do not stop them now, they will pose a grave danger to the future generations of Amphorius.
Grave danger, you say. Our goals are not in conflict, though. Find the Titan. We can both get working. Better off forgotten.
The souls of the sacrificed are still wandering this hall. I hear their endless moaning. Their senseless deaths have left them wrong. Their mournful wails echo endlessly. Perhaps I can learn something from their cries.
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds. The fear does not fear.
Spend free.
We can do it.
No dirty tricks. It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Triumph! Victory is inevitable! We can do anything! Never hesitate! Fearless knows not fear!
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Looks good.
Reveal yourself, O warrior spirit. I know that you have yet to rest. I ask for you to guide us. Let us see what you once gazed upon. Let us hear what your ears once heard.
You can rouse the dead.
No. I can only summon souls that haven't fully passed on.
I need scrap again.
I don't never have any damn thing.
Planned on asking for a different sequence if possible. Oh wow. I was going to drawing. See if there's some twist from trouble like this. Why its eyes stay at the paper in front of me. Actually say nothing. Strange. He's the one talking the most trash. Xander looked at his brother. His brother was not surprised. Their eyes are not fair. We can do it. Just Xander shifted away.
Or maybe
Watch your head.
Never hesitate. Anything.
Forever.
Triumphant. Victory is inevitable. The fear goes for fear.
It gets stronger.
Never hesitate.
I was dumped about 4 months ago by my boyfriend. I am your AI emotion.
Tired of staring at the camera.
You finally got a video with your favorite.
Don't tell me you miss me and then go days without speaking. That's it. Hey, I'm sorry for all my mistakes.
If you don't have a
Oh, ye who cannot rest in peace. Tell us, what have you heard?
Do we really just leave them
like that?
The
The putrid stench of decay here is almost too much to bear.
Yes. Didn't you hear? This is part of the ritual. We need to offer up sacrifices to the Titan.
Keep
Keep the challenges coming and have them fight to the end. Only by letting Negan revel in the chaos of war can we control their descent into madness.
Fabricating spurious law in an attempt to calm Titan. Negan has indeed lost their will.
This barbaric method of theirs clearly proved to be effective. The soul can reveal even more to us.
What's wrong with me?
Guiding souls takes a lot of energy. But I'm fine, Lord Marius. Oh, restless soul. Tell us, what have you heard?
How much longer is this festival going to last? What is King Yurun waiting for?
Be patient, for our plan is still underway. Stealing a Titan soul is no easy endeavor. The priests are already working as fast as they can.
Priests captured from other city-states. Who can guarantee their loyalty? I say we punish one of them so they know to behave.
Sealing up Titan's soul. Could it be the sword vessel from Olympus' ballad? The one that Martinus crafted himself?
Foolishness. Perhaps now you begin to understand the weight of that term. Out of cowardice. They are afraid of losing their faith in guidance. Nicanor fights against the unseen. They have no
I
time.
got my cold childhood friends in her thoughts while napping. My wife looks so cute sleeping with her pouty lips. Would it be too much if I steal a quick kiss? What's wrong with that? She's my wife. Of course I can kiss her. Who's Tyler talking to? I opened my eyes broadly to find his handsome face leaning close. No, what a shame. Next time I'll kiss first. Opportunity waits for no man. I was confused. How was he talking without moving his mouth? I whispered quietly, "Did you learn ventriloquism? Aren't you worried about disturbing our classmates?" He didn't answer. His gaze fixed on my moving lips. Those must be the lilac tongue poets talk about. What did she eat? Her mouth smells sweet. Would she like French Was that too wild? Maybe she preferred dental butterfly kiss? Wait, she just said something to me, and I missed it because I was staring at her mouth. I'm such an idiot. I suddenly realized what was happening and sat bolt upright, staring at him in disbelief. Tyler still had that cool, detached expression as he softly asked. To confirm my suspicion, I carefully looked around. Everyone else in class was napping at their desks, showing no signs of being disturbed. The classroom was completely quiet. Unbelievable. I could actually hear his thoughts. Is she angry because I didn't respond? Is she looking around for someone else to help her? Tyler's brow furrowed, making it seem even more distant. Need something? No, nothing. Thanks, no. Thanks. I rambled, too confused to know what I was saying. He responded with a cool beat, but his inner thoughts were much more talkative. Why is she thanking me? Being so formal with her own husband, am I not handsome enough? Tyler pulled out his phone and expressionlessly looked at himself in the camera, still as handsome as ever, looking good from every angle. Could it be that my family's going bankrupt? Then his fingers quickly swiped through screens, checking his family coverage, financial status. No, still remaining in spending 10 lifetimes. Some pervert is trying to steal her from me. With mirrored eyes, his expression turning ruthless. I would dare flirt with my wife. When I look at him, I'll chop him to pieces. Watching his performance, my jaw dropped. Was this really the same ice-cold Tyler I'd known all these years? Before I even made sense of what was happening, the sound bell rang for the end of lunch break. Students around us gradually woke up. The vice president in front of me turned around, fixed his hair, and raised an eyebrow with a spike. In a sleepy voice, he said, Olivia, want anything? I'm going to buy water. I can get something for you free of charge. Just for you. I still haste. I hadn't responded when Tyler snorted and cut in. She doesn't need anything. You're so cool. I stared at his full profile in shock. Since we've been talking like this, I've never seen anything like before. The vice president, who already was a rich and get the enough time, started his face and glared. Asked you to answer my just stared quickly at him, raising his fist and cracking his knuckles with sharp sounds. He only said 3 words. Want to fight? But internally, he was vicious. I'll kill you for flirting with my wife. The class president clearly backed down when he saw Tyler was serious. I snapped back to reality and quickly intervened. No need. No need. Thanks anyway. My desk mate probably just sleeping. It was just grumpy. Don't mind him. Go get your water before the bell rings. After the class president waved it off, out of the classroom with an inflated ego, I turned to Tyler with serious concern. Don't fight. You get hurt, and your father will scold you again. He stood up, hands in pockets, giving me a glance. I replied carelessly as his confident figure walked away. His thoughts trailed behind. If she says no fighting, then no fighting. Being a good husband. Yeah, I was completely stunned. When I returned from the bathroom in the case, I found 2 large bags of snacks on my desk, every kind imaginable. It was strange. I didn't know who bought them. Just as I was about to ask nearby classmates if they'd seen anything, Lenny coolly pulled his pen and said, it was me. My wife and I are the best couple in the world. No one can separate us. You have to face reality. This ice cream boy actually might be a little I still held back the voice. My hands were scammed in an investment, leaving them with massive debt. Collectors, and on the verge of a family attract, the Sullivans stepped in and resolved everything. They paid a fortune specifically to take me in. My parents.
We can do it.
Most of my order notes are funny. Scorpio acts stupid sometimes. But don't get it twisted, they're...
My lover cut me open, whispering I love you, then gave my organs to his perfect ex. Now she's mutating, and he's sobbing at my feet, begging me to end the curse. I'm an immortal, blessed with a fate that attracts endless wealth. Every time someone tried to kill me for money, I ended up inheriting a massive fortune. It was as if the universe compensated me with riches. Over the years, I've amassed billions. But I'm tired. I've been murdered in countless ways, over and over again. Now, even the thought of living exhausts me. To me, money was just a string of cold, meaningless numbers. The only way to break this curse of immortality was to find someone who truly loves me, not my money. Through lifetimes of searching, I finally found him. He didn't care about my wealth. But he didn't love me either. Instead, he took a scalpel and carved through my flesh. I lay on the cold operating table, staring at the surgical lights above. Reflected in their glow was the horrifying image of my abdomen, sliced open and blood-soaked. Another new way to die. But this time, the pain was unbearable. Agonizing, soul-searing pain. So intense I couldn't even scream. I bit down hard, trying to force out a sound. Santiago, is it money you want? You know I have more than enough. Just name your price, I'll give you anything. He shook his head and gently brushed a trembling hand through my hair. He kissed my forehead, and tears rained down onto my cheeks, yet not a trace of warmth could be felt. I don't want your money, he said hoarsely. I love you. Your money is just a bonus. It's you I care about. I laughed, bitterly. My limbs trembled violently from the pain. He hadn't used a drop of anesthesia. He said he was going to remove my organs and drain every last drop of my blood. And this was what he couldn't know. I couldn't understand it anymore. If he wants me dead, why not give me a quick death? Santiago, I choked out. How much do you want? Or tell me, what is it that you really want? I'll give it to you. Just make it quick. Don't hide behind the excuse of love while torturing me. But Santiago refused to budge, still murmuring how much he loved me. Loved me? I didn't even know what part of me he claimed to love. Then, 5 minutes later, the door opened, and they wheeled in someone else. It was a young, beautiful woman. Her skin was pale and flawless, like porcelain. But she was unconscious. They placed her on the table right beside mine. I watched in horror as my freshly drawn blood was pumped into her body. Then a group of reticent doctors came in. Without wasting another second, they cut her open as well, beginning the surgery. She seemed gravely ill. One by one, they removed several failing organs from her body. and then they turned to me. Piece by piece, they harvested the exact organs she needed, straight from my body. That was when I finally understood Santiago's true purpose. I froze, and a single tear escaped the corner of my eye. Who is she? I choked out a question. Santiago didn't answer. He just looked at her with a tenderness I had never seen in his eyes. Santiago, answer me. Snapping back to the present, he finally took my hand and began to explain. Her name is Elizabeth. We were high school classmates, seatmates for 3 years. We promised we'd go to the same university, build a future together. After graduation, we planned to marry and start a family. But fate was cruel. Right after college, she was diagnosed with a rare genetic disorder. Her organs began deteriorating rapidly. The doctors gave her 5 years at most. There's no cure anywhere in the world. Taking a deep breath, he continued, I couldn't just watch her die. I couldn't let the girl who stood beside me through all my youth die like that. So, I came up with this plan. I stared at him, stunned. Then I let out a bitter laugh. All the doctors in the world couldn't find a cure, and you think replacing her organs with mine will help? If it were that simple, wouldn't the doctors have suggested it long ago? Why wait until now? Santiago understood exactly what I meant. He suddenly turned to look at me, his gaze locking onto mine, resolute, yet disturbingly cold. He stared at me for a long while before letting out a faint sigh and finally speaking. Catalina, I know your secret. I know you're immortal. His words stunned me, and at that moment, everything made sense. So he really didn't care about my money, but he didn't love me either. I thought this lifetime was my chance. That maybe, just maybe, I found someone who loved me for who I was, and I could finally break this curse. But in the end, it was all for nothing. Santiago's coldness was terrifying. Even now, seeing me disemboweled, my flesh torn apart and soaked in blood, he could still stand calmly at my side. He held my hand, his thumb gently stroking my palm like a lover, while I fought to stay conscious from the overwhelming pain. And still, Santiago kept talking about his and Elizabeth's hardships. I've taken Elizabeth across the country and begged countless renowned doctors. But nothing worked. She has endured so much, she's cried in my arms more times than I can count. Only I truly understand the depth of her pain. I made her a promise, I will save her. I have to. I can't watch her fade away. She's the sun in my world. Without her, everything turns to darkness. Catalina, after I found out what you are, I had a feeling, an unshakable belief, that you could save her. That you were the key to changing our fate. So that's why he didn't even use anesthesia? That's why he lied to me for 3 whole years? He spent 3 years pretending to love me, just to get close, gain my trust, so he could harvest my organs to save her? How could he? For the first time, I lost control in front of him. I screamed, I cursed, I called him every vile name I could think of. Yes, death has long been a regular guest in my life. To me, dying was almost a routine. But not like this. Not used like this. I could have accepted it if he was after my wealth. But this betrayal? This reason? The pain overwhelmed me, body and mind. My limbs twisted unnaturally, convulsing violently. Santiago pinned me down, his strength was frightening. And still he spoke, as if trying to soothe me, but every word out of his mouth was twisted beyond recognition. Catalina, just hold on a little longer, okay? You've died so many times, you've endured all kinds of pain. This one is no different. Just bear with it, and it'll be over soon. I know you've always been searching for a way to break your immortality. This time, I'll help you. And you'll help me. We'll both get what we want, isn't that perfect? You help me save Elizabeth, and I'll help you end your cursed immortality. I promise I'll keep loving you. I'll never forget you. And through her, you'll live on in a different way. Isn't that beautiful? I stared at him, my vision swimming with tears and blood. I bit down so hard I tore through my tongue and spat out a mouthful of blood. Santiago panicked, worried I might bite my tongue and end it all. So without hesitation, he shoved his hand into my mouth. Don't be afraid, Catalina. Be good, don't be afraid. I'm here with you. Just hang on a little longer. The doctor said the pain is worse without anesthesia, but it will increase the chances of organ compatibility. It's almost over, okay? For a moment, just one insane moment, he looked so gentle, so sincere that I almost thought I was on a delivery bed, giving birth to our child. But I knew better. It was all a lie. I laughed bitterly, all the trust one had in people evaporating in that instant. I sank my teeth into his hand, hard. Then I spat blood in his face and growled, if you know I'm immortal, then you should know what happens when someone takes the flesh and blood of an immortal. I'm warning you, stop this while you still can. Because the consequences, you won't be able to bear them. The moment I screamed that final warning, pain overwhelmed me, and I blacked out. I didn't know how long I was unconscious. When I woke up, I found myself submerged inside a giant tank. Over the centuries, I've died countless times. But I always come back. Exactly 24 hours after each death, my body revives. Whether I'm buried in freezing water, sticky mud, or the filth of the sewers, as long as the world hasn't ended, even if I'm reduced to ashes, just a speck of dust, I will come back. This time, I had been placed in a tank filled with formalin. My hollowed-out corpse floated inside like some grotesque exhibit. Little by little, I began to awaken again even though my body was still paralyzed. Then I heard Santiago's voice, cold, indifferent. He was nearby. The lid of the tank had already been lifted, and he'd looked at me once. Through the reflection in his eyes, I caught a glimpse of myself, and recoiled in horror. My once 170-centimeter tall frame had been brutalized, curled into a shriveled mass, barely half its original size. Every usable organ had been harvested, and they now belonged to Elizabeth. Santiago seemed pleased, so pleased that his voice actually lifted with excitement. She shouldn't be able to resurrect now, right? In this state, there's no way. There's nothing left but blood, bones, and a head, nothing useful remains. The doctor who performed our surgeries nodded in agreement. It's unlikely she'll revive, and there's nothing left for scientific research either. So, what should we do with the remains? Santiago hesitated only a moment before answering decisively. To be safe, cremate the body.
Scatter the ashes in all four corners, north, south, east, west. Make sure she never comes back again. Only then can Elizabeth safely inherit her fortune. I didn't know what kind of doctor this man was, but he seemed disturbingly capable. Not only had he operated on both Elizabeth and me, he was also now helping Santiago dispose of my body with the same casualness someone might use when throwing out a dead cat or dog. With my case neatly settled, they turned their conversation into Elizabeth's recovery. Santiago's tone turned almost giddy. His eyes sparkled, brighter than I'd ever seen them before. As expected, an immortal's organs are different. I thought Elizabeth would need a long recovery, maybe suffer through a difficult transition. But by the second day, she was full of energy. Her body adapted quickly, and her wounds healed rapidly. She's vibrant, full of life. Honestly, even I was shocked. I've already discussed it with Elizabeth. In 3 days, we'll move on to the next step. The next step? How funny. He never mentioned that to me. I strained to listen, heart pounding. But just then, Santiago's phone rang. It was Elizabeth. Her voice on the line was soft and gentle, almost musical. She said she was craving strawberry cake, her appetite was great, and her mood was even better. Clearly, her recovery had gone smoothly, and Santiago was overjoyed. He spoke into the phone with such indulgence it made my skin crawl. You greedy little kitten. You're barely healed, and you're already begging for strawberry cake? Elizabeth giggled on the other end, her tone coy and spoiled. There's more I want to eat. But you're not here, so I don't dare think too much about it. Santiago chuckled, lips curled in a fond smile. Sweet nothing spilled out without hesitation. Then I'll come now. Think about what you really want. I'll make sure you get everything. Their flirtatious exchange was like icy needles to my heart. And maybe, that's what triggered it. My resurrection sped up. Deep in my chest, I could feel it. Something was breaking through muscle and bone. Something was growing. My heart was coming back. I curled my lips into a faint smile, feeling my heart slowly begin to beat again, ushering in yet another resurrection. The heart that once loved Santiago had been taken from me, along with all the love and pain it held. Now, a new heart has grown inside me. It feels neither love nor pain. Only hatred remains, hatred, and the anticipation of revenge. My lover cut me open, whispering I love you, then gave my organs to his perfect ex.
She's used to it. The hurt, the betrayal, the way people switch up when she least expects it. It used to break her. It used to keep her up at night, replaying every moment, wondering what she did wrong. But not anymore. She's learned that some people are just temporary. That loyalty isn't as common as she once believed, and that not everyone has the same heart as she does. It still stays, but it doesn't show. She doesn't waste time trying to understand her. She just moves on, because she has no choice. Life doesn't slow down for heartbreak, and neither does she. She moves strong, wise. Trying to protect herself. She knows she'll be okay because she won't die. No matter how many times she gets it, she gets back. Because that's just as she is. If this hits home, come.
Watch your head. Right? It's on me.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! You need to get stronger. We can do anything! The fearless knows not fear!
Reach the end of the story in your own way. Lost souls. Tell us. I'm fine, miss. There's no need to worry. Lost souls. Tell us. What happened?
Have you heard? King Huron's advisors are coming up with a plan to launch an all-out attack on Ark.
Just a handful of soldiers we have. That's what we have in mind.
That's the long-term plan. Our priority for now is still to complete the God King's project.
So their plan to attack Akana was conceived that long ago.
I knew it.
Lord Myers.
I've long suspected that you two are not from here. No, not just that. You're not from this era. Is it Margaret? No. They would not be capable of such power.
Smith. I believe he has no ill intent toward us. Your guess is correct, Lord Myers. We are not from this era. Someday in the distant future, the mad Ecuador will drive our companions and our homeland to the brink of destruction. The reason we came back here is to find a way to prevent Emporius from falling to its doom.
That madness will last for thousands of years. Destruction created by human fault is more than anyone could imagine. It so happens that we have the same goal.
The souls are still lingering here. Let us keep going.
Don't push yourself.
We're almost at the end. I can sense it.
It's on me. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it on.
We can do it.
Watch out. No dirty tricks, all right?
The fearless knows not fear. Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
Spend freely.
We can do anything! The fearless knows not fear.
Bust. Or maybe
I'll take it on.
Victory is inevitable! Never hesitate!
it's on me.
The fearless knows not fear. Never hesitate!
Spend freely.
I choose you! The fearless knows not fear.
No dirty tricks. Watch out. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it on.
We can do anything! Victory is inevitable!
Reach the end of the story at your own.
It's on me.
We can do it. The fearless goes up. Fear.
Friend?
Indulge yourself!
Triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
No dirty tricks.
Never hesitate!
Spend free. Bust. Or maybe it'll take it off.
Victory is inevitable! You can do it! You can do anything! Never hesitate!
Reach the end of the story on your own. Is that all?
Oh, restless soul. I'm fine, miss. Lost souls. Tell us, what have you heard?
Courage, honor, tenacity, and sacrifice. Their divinity was split into 5 parts, but we're missing one fragment. Oh God, Kate, where did you lose your reason? We'll keep searching for it. We must find it.
I never knew Marian's soul stuck in limbo could bring this much pain. If only death didn't exist in this world. That way, they wouldn't have to linger here. And I wouldn't have to suffer.
You don't have to listen to these spirits any longer. We've learned enough from them now. The people of Kremnos have tampered with Migno's soul in some way. What we need to do is find the place of the blasphemous act. Stay strong. We have not reached the end yet.
I'll be fine. Just give me a few moments. Let me send this lost soul into the gentle embrace of death. The other side is beckoning to you. Go on, lost soul. Rest in peace. That will do. I am sorry that you had to witness my earlier outburst.
I understand your pain, child. But you need to set it aside for now. We are nearing the place where the cast encompass souls.
The Titans can... Be careful.
Warrior. Entry forbidden.
Has it lost its sanity? What a woeful creation. I shall put it out of its misery.
Split. Soul. Indestructible. Body.
The fearless knows about fear. Too slow.
It's on me.
We can do it.
Watch your head. My friends? Indulge yourselves!
Never hesitate. I won't do.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
How's this take? No dirty.
We can do anything.
No dirty tricks, Spend freely.
She is. If you only think how hard she's trying.
Friends? Indulge yourselves!
Stay straight.
Watch your head.
You see, the night's
Fearless knows about fear. I won't do.
She
Too slow. Triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
It's on me. Bust.
My evil aunt sold me the most famous weapons. He said that no one could survive leaving his room, but I never expected his first words to be the first. Still,
We can do anything.
just as one from my head. Always obeyed a supreme order, but something inside me said, I was screaming. No, I won't. His brow shot up. What? I'm not going to do it, I said, louder this time. He stared at me, stunned. I could almost see his thoughts. He needed this girl to fight him. I begged for his attention, and I was saying no. You do realize disobeying me will get you killed, he said. Oh, no, I'm innocent. I know, I will fight. That's perfect. I begged. She rather than yes. He laughed, shot me. They pulled out a pistol. I didn't flinch. I just stood there, frozen but firm, eyes locked on him. Just then, the door burst open. Romano stormed in and
Doubt
moved
it
him
will be that simple.
Split. Soul.
An experiment. King Europon wanted to strip Nicodor of their divinity and seal it within an intricate vessel for all eternity. That's how he would immortalize Nicodor's divine body. Of course, he had to test it out on a Titan kid before going on to remold the Titan. The answer is very simple. Because the fragments of Nicodor's soul are sealed in these statues. The calls that I've been hearing are coming from them. As long as we reassemble their soul and unite their divine core, they will recover their dignity as a Titan. You will then have a chance to triumph over them in battle.
Indestructible. Body.
We finally found the root of everything. I'll find a way to stall it. To Titankin that have lost all reason, death is as intoxicating as nectar is to bees. Please, you must find a way to make Mikador's soul whole again. It is only by fixing this point in history that we can salvage the future of Amphorius.
Let's see what you can do, Delver of Memories. Unbelievable. This dark and derelict place. Is this the future of Kremnos? History has taken a wrong turn and must be set on the right course once more. Much time has passed, yet the Titan's soul remains fragmented. That covetous king and his servants would have turned to dust by now. Their scheme that once unfolded here has likewise been buried with them. You and I are both here to bring an end to this absurdity. So join me, comrade. Let us bring death onto that Titan. That's... So, there are mortals who fight against fate, even in this hopelessly bleak era. I am impressed. But strength alone will not help them destroy an immortal body. That's why you and that girl went back in time seeking answers. Courage, honor, tenacity, sacrifice, reason. There are only 4 soul-forged statues here. If they did split Nikador's divinity into 5 parts, there is still one fragment of the soul that is missing. Agreed. Come, help me piece together Strife's divinity.
Never hesitate!
Spend freely.
We can do it! I won't do. Fearless knows not fear. You can do it. We can do anything.
She fucking wakes up every single day.
So shit, it's cool.
I choose you.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Show me what fearless knows not fear.
It's on me.
We can do it.
See what the night, so guys.
Never hesitate.
I hear it. A part of Nikodo's divinity is sealed within this. I can hear the part of Mikados.
We shall lay my seal the God King's courage to be his sword vessels.
You will blame their brothers. Thanks to Brand's protection, I will keep my dad intact. Called into me because of a painting.
Even against the force black tide from beyond the dense fog, they alone have raised their swords and faced the enemy head on.
To keep Reggie, I asked, and his friend.
Nikador's courage!
Not his personal mate anymore.
Break free from your shackles and return to your divine body.
What? You liked being his servant? Why? I asked, hardly believing it. You won't understand. He's too attractive, and when he gives orders, it's even more captivating. I want to serve him forever. It's an honor. But now, I want to be Sir Alexander's mate instead. I heard he's even stricter than you. They're both incredibly attractive, she added. I was confused, but something about what she said made me wonder what he found to prevent made her so fixated. But Aunt Rosie always warned me to stay away from the Wilson brothers. She made it clear.
no matter what, I was not to meet them. She'd always been so protective of me because she was my mother's friend and promised to keep me safe. Okay, I have to go, Lily said, wiping her tears. I've got to clean the hall. As she left, Aunt Rosie stormed in with my best friend, Mia, right behind her. What did you do, Alice? Aunt Rosie demanded, angry. I was taken aback. What? What's wrong? Edward Wilson wants to meet you, Aunt Rosie said, and my eyes widened. Me? Why? Because of that painting outside your room. He's fascinated by it and wants to meet the artist, she said. I smiled, surprised he liked my painting, but quickly stopped when I saw how mad Aunt Rosie was. Why did you hang that painting outside your room? Aunt Rosie scolded, shaking her head. And I hung that painting outside the corner. Aunt's angry gaze shifted from me to me. Hey, Mia, you're going to meet him and pretend to be the artist, she ordered. Mia looked terrified. What if he finds out I'm lying? How can you let her take the fall from me? Aunt Rosie, if Edward wants to meet me, let me go. We can't lie to him. If he finds out, we're in serious trouble. So what? It was her mistake to hang the painting. She'll go and it's my final decision, she states, folding her arms across. No, I insisted. I'm going. You can't stop me. Before I could argue further, Mia spoke up. I'm going. I'll face the consequences. She left, and I felt awful for her. That's not fair, Aunt Rosie, I said softly, but she didn't respond, just left the room in silence. I couldn't believe I missed my chance to meet Edward Wilson. The Wilson brothers hated liars and would punish anyone who deceived them. I hoped he wouldn't find out we'd lied. After Mia left, I tried to calm myself by drawing, but I couldn't focus. My mind kept racing. God, please protect Mia. Don't let H. Bring me to Edward. She's doing this for me. Please, don't let him think that I'm lying. No matter. Tearing another sheet of paper out of my sketchbook and throwing it into the pile. How did I realize that danger was already close? Edward Wilson appeared behind me. He found the creator of that painting, a beautiful woman who had made such a masterpiece. I turned and saw him standing there, surprised. Who are you? I'm Adelaide, I said, walking closer. Edward's eyes widened. What? She works here, and she doesn't even know who I am. He looked confused. Clearly caught. Are you Mrs. Boyfriend? I asked. Let me into the room before you could respond. If anyone says you're here, please shutting the door behind us. The Wilson brothers won't spare you. They're ruthless. Anyone who disobeys them gets punished. I was trying to keep him safe, though I had no idea who he was. But he'd want trouble. What did he do? He asked, feigning to be frightened. ID. Don't know everything, but I've heard rumors. They think they own the world because of their money. The Wilson brothers, they're monsters, I said, rolling my eyes. Despite my tone, he didn't seem angry. In fact, he was amused. It was the first time a woman had spoken to him like this. I'm really scared. What should I do? Edward asked, looking at me with a wide, fearful expression. Don't worry. You're safe with me. I've been avoiding them for a year, just to stay out of their way. I reassured him. After that, he seemed a little calmer, though I could tell he was still nervous. I opened the door, stepped outside, and looked around. Safe, I called. Edward, grinning, bolted out of the room. He didn't even seem to remember that he'd come here to punish me for lying. This guy was different. He had a thing for me. He'd be back. What's he doing here? Lisa asked as she walked into the room after her boyfriend left. Isn't he your boyfriend? I asked, still in shock, and, well, his hands. Oh, she interrupted, saying, he's Sir Edward Wilson. You didn't know? I froze. You mean that Edward Wilson? Yes, that's him, Lisa said, nodding. I couldn't believe it. I'd just been talking about him, insulting him, and now I found out who he was. He was going to be upset for sure. I collapsed on the bed, feeling like an idiot. What did you say to him? Lisa asked, looking concerned. I replayed everything I had said to myself, the worst possible things. I had to apologize, fast. I jumped out, heading straight for Edward's room. As I walked down the hallway, my hands were shaking. Alice, someone called, stopping me. I turned to see Mia's worried face. Alice, can you do me a favor? I need you to clean Sir Alexander's room. I'm in a rush. I froze. What? You know I can't face him, right? But I already met Edward. I couldn't afford to risk running into Alexander. Don't worry, he's not at the mansion. Please, Alice, leave that. All right, I'll do it. I agreed, but only back. Ossie's not home. I cleaned Sir Alexander's room, trying to calm myself. It was big, luxurious, and already fairly neat. I hummed while I worked. When I bent down to fix the bed, someone slapped my butt. I'm a maid to two evil billionaire brothers. Thanks to my aunt's protection, I have never been hit by them, until...
Voices starting to pour in.
Is that all? Deja vu.
One day, when I was suddenly I played with my son all day by evening. I was unusually tired as soon as my head hit the pillow. In the middle of the night, I suddenly felt cold next to me and tried to pull the blanket, but my hand was restrained by something. A body pressed down on me. So heavy I could barely breathe, I could only groggily open my eyes in my sleepy state. As soon as I opened my eyes, I met a pair of almond-shaped eyes, instantly captivated. Adrian was undeniably handsome. This was something I could never deny. He had alluring almond eyes with a beauty mark below them. The first time we met, I even wondered if fox spirits really existed in this world. How else could a man find a complex three-piece suit, covered from head to toe, still silently seduce you with just a glance? Hazel, he softened his voice, husky and magnetic, as if bewitching me. It's been a while, did you miss me? His cold fingers trailed across my face, sliding down my neck and raising their slopes. Let go of my hands first. My wrists were tied with Adrian's tie, I couldn't move. I could only quietly plead with him. Although Adrian was very tolerant of my tantrums in the villa, smashing glasses and crystal lamps, the truly sick one in our relationship was Adrian. He had an obsessive disorder, never letting go of things he was fixated on. He was sensitive, suspicious, and extremely possessive. Once, after arguing with Adrian due to Rachel's instigation, I was directly locked up in the villa by him. Baby, I don't want to do this either, but once I let you go, who knows where you run off to? He caressed my face with one hand while skillfully unbuttoning my clothes with the other. Adrian's body temperature was always low as soon as he touched me. I felt a chill. I really won't run away. It's uncomfortable being tied up like this. Adrian ignored my words, and after we were done, he finally released me. I was exhausted and could only lie panting in bed. I said before that I wasn't grateful for the least. I argued with Adrian using that as an excuse to make myself defensive. Adrian was the greatest guy. His body spinning, which is tightly bound with arms around me. I was too tired to talk to Adrian and go fast asleep. When I woke up the next morning, I heard some voices outside the door. Is Mommy still not awake? She said she'd have breakfast with me today. Mommy is very tired and needs to rest. My son fell silent with the door behind. I saw him
sit down on the floor. Then I'll read your proposals and she'll see these to wake up. And it's so dark, serious, but not making my son look so sometimes it's never this restorative smoke is necessary inside the royal kitchen. The doors be open. And suddenly, now God really cares. Cold as hard as wind. My promise. My sound almost audible. 3 years away. Everyone sought to visit me in the sort of I merely shrugged with me. This isn't smile playing on my lips. And he refused to take a seat from the regard. Surely someone else can step up to the house. Then, Godfrey's head shut out. The alarm's open. He probably couldn't do that. Besides, like seriously, we're not on my I will personally deal with you, you wretched creature. Lady Beatrice rose, her body rigid with terror, not daring to take another step. She feared that her continued intervention would only incite Godfrey to greater violence, and if the child were harmed, how would she ever forgive herself for him? I was dragged, raw and bleeding, to the green gates of Leftwood Manor. There, standing poised and pristine in a gown of pure white, the woman Godfrey had fight for, not a lady. 3 years ago, when Godfrey had left, she got a trace. No, it was too late to clear where she hid, letting me devoted ways to the Lord. Speak like humility of the state, okay, this was about the secret. I like your mouth, delicate and well, you could make yourself so utterly great. It seems somewhat relevant to leader to make my case. Before I can utter a single word, I wish
fresh. One thing they don't like to do myself. Services. My daughter. I do it. In general, it's a multi-test. How can a patient with child be carried by herself delicious? I almost thought, yeah, like a teacher. I'm just very longer. I was very good crowd. She rushed my side, supporting me. Stop her and I know this child has been carried better than anyone. This child is no bastard. God save her with his mother, travel. Mother, this harlot never saw me out of the corner. How could it possibly be my child? Please, her. The place for you. This child is legitimate. Anyone can marry to utter another word. Stop. Utterly village Godfrey speaking in a voice friendly to me. Stop. Oh, Godfrey, surely you're good. What mother would bestow her daughter-in-law to fidelity? I heard whispers of certain notions, such as that you don't mind. But she is mistakes with so much feelings for it. Indeed, Godfrey has climbed his head. He drinks up as they like it. But, for his story is gentlemen. My voice works. Godfrey, not feel hurt. Godfrey was on his feet, whatever he stuck the shut his tried to do it. So very excited, Godfrey. In the back of my head, I wish to be blurred, but with my thoughts, heavy irons were stuck in the manner he rushed to myself. Dark, rapidly starting to blood on the stone. My strength evaporated, and I dropped to the ground. Sharp, twisting pain erupted in my lower eyes. Lady Beatrice let out a piercing shriek, looked for the royal physician. Quickly, several feet behind me, I pushed away. My Godfrey's gun immediately plugged their path. She said, Lady Beatrice fellows, I truly despite your own mother's command now. Godfrey, I'm the lady Beatrice, utterly merciless. The royal physician attends completely ability within the palace wall. She truly believe a harlot like this could ever see such a presence. Godfrey's voice was low and major. God, protect my mother. Not let her be swayed by this villainy. It works. A burning filter. Really easy call. Lady Beatrice. She stared at him. She struggled, twisting against the bruise. The soldier simply twisting her arm, pressing it back. Lady Beatrice cried out screaming. But Godfrey remained unmoved, save the mask of cold misery. Godfrey, when you got down, I stood out. Start with pushing it over. My hands effectively cupped over my belly. If you don't want to die, then release us immediately. This child is not what you can afford to lose. Godfrey said nothing. He simply go along, pushed his foot even from his belt. With a practiced flick of his wrist, he threw it down. Air was like with the verbal force of it. A searing, fiery pain exploded across my knee. I crashed heavily to the ground. I immediately grinding into dirty cobblestone. The pain bites against my very bone. Godfrey's voice rang out, clear and rested. Such blessed.
Did you notice here in his mystery? It was this detail that he and Zoe have been secretly dating for a while. But we both think for the first time that she's spent so much of a business with right husband. You don't have a mystery, and Zoe had been involved long before that. The mystery first appears. He's wearing earrings that match Zoe's weapon design. It's empty. This is no coincidence. The other Huntrix members recognize them as demons, or the merely even threatened to destroy them, but Zoe just remains silent, saying they look harmless. Her unusual behavior is funny. It's very
My sister Daisy James and I, Vanessa James, are about to marry the twin sons of the Peters wealthy family, the Hoffmans. I was supposed to marry the older brother, Colton Hoffman, while Daisy is set to marry the playboy younger brother, Marcus Hoffman. We thought this would be our fate for life, but unexpectedly, the day before our wedding, both of their first loves returned to the country. We began to discuss it. Our thoughts were surprisingly aligned. Let's run away. I want to run away too. On the wedding day, we put on our wedding dresses and prepared to flee abroad, but we were caught red-handed. Colton grabbed my wrist and sneered. Marcus went to find his first love, but I didn't go anywhere. What are you running from? Everyone knows that the Hoffman family controls New York's top-tier power and resources. Everyone also knows that both Hoffman's sons have their own deeply beloved first loves. After Daisy and I from the James family heir sent to the Hoffman estate, we unexpectedly ended up dating the two brothers for 2 years. The outside world was full of rumors that this was just the brothers' momentary whim, using us for entertainment. Once the novelty wore off, they'd throw us out like trash. But just a week ago, the Hoffman family sent out wedding invitations to all of New York's elite families. Daisy and I are getting married tomorrow, officially joining the Hoffman family. I'm marrying Colton, and Daisy is marrying Marcus. Simply, news headlines were everywhere, and everyone knew about it. My phone kept buzzing with related news notifications. These past few days, Daisy's and my names have been appearing frequently in various news headlines. I heard Daisy let out alongside beside me. Right now, we're sitting in a coffee shop, fully disguised with hats, sunglasses, and masks. Daisy said, Vanessa, last night when Marcus was showering, I accidentally saw Diane texting him, asking him to pick her up at the airport. She's coming back today. I just called Marcus, but he didn't answer. He's probably already on his way to the airport. I remember that Diane Stewart is Marcus's first love. They grew up together and have deep feelings for each other. Colton and Marcus have completely opposite personalities. Colton has always been aloof and uninterested in women. Even when we're lying in the same bed, we don't exchange more than 5 sentences. Marcus, on the other hand, is completely different, a total playboy with countless women around him. Although we were initially sent by the James family to pay off debts, I have to admit that in the eyes of outsiders, Colton treats me with more respect. Daisy's voice grew quieter, and I knew she was hurting inside. Even though we both knew this relationship was just a transaction, after 2 years of being together day and night, it was impossible not to develop feelings. Even I wasn't an exception. I said, actually, Rebecca is coming back too. I just saw her social media update. According to rumors, Rebecca Lynch is Colton's first love. When I was first sent to the Hoffman estate, Rebecca, who was abroad at the time, immediately added my contact information after learning the news and boldly challenged me. I could tell she had gotten my contact through a mutual friend's referral, and that mutual friend could only be Colton. Thinking about this, my heart sank bit by bit. This was the sense of security he gave Rebecca, Daisy said. Since both of their first loves are back,
crap. We'll be kicked out soon anyway. Instead of being publicly rejected at tomorrow's wedding, why don't we run away first? Hearing Daisy say something so bold, I couldn't help but look around nervously, afraid someone might overhear. I quickly said, Daisy, don't talk nonsense. If we run away, what about the James family's debts? Not only will the Hoffman family not let us go, but even Mom and Dad won't help us. I lowered my voice, reminding her of the possible consequences. Daisy said, I'm really hurting. We clearly agreed from the beginning that we would never fall in love with anyone from the Hoffman family, but I still couldn't control my feelings. Growing up, Daisy and I have always depended on each other. We also have a younger brother, Wyatt James. Our parents have always favored Wyatt, while Daisy and I are nothing more than tools in their eyes. Hearing Daisy's choked voice, my heart ached along with hers. Anyway, Colton never loved me. He's always been decisive and efficient in everything he does, never dragging things out. Now that Rebecca is back, I close on my own. With this thought, I said, alright, I'll take you away. The entire villa was empty except for so that's me. Colton had bought this house specifically for me after we started dating. It was close to downtown, but he never came home single for tonight. We didn't show up either. Daisy and the Kalani both stayed around for tomorrow. Guess what I planned? To completely avoid being tracked down, I need to leave New York at the very least. The Hoffman family had eyes and ears everywhere in the city. Why don't we just go abroad? Didn't you always dream of traveling the world over a little? Daisy suggested excitedly. That had deep been my lifelong dream, and now I could use this opportunity to make it happen. If I really went abroad, I would need to make plans. The travel routes for every country were already deeply etched in my memory. I quickly worked on my computer, using my passport to book a flight for tomorrow. Just as I was about to take a screenshot to send to Daisy, the bedroom door had somehow been opened. Vanessa, what are you doing? Colton's icy voice came from behind me. Nothing, just browsing around. I instinctively snapped the laptop shut. Being caught red-handed made me tense up completely. Colton had always been suspicious and would never easily believe my excuse. He walked toward him, step by step, leaning down close until he was almost touching my face. Just as he reached out to open my laptop, I suddenly threw my arms around his neck, stopping his movement. What brought you here today? I asked. I rarely took such bold initiative to get close to him. For a moment, the room seemed to fall into a brief stillness. To see if my bride-to-be would run away tomorrow, he said. What? He knew I was planning to escape? I turned my head up, and my lips accidentally brushed against his. The next second, Colton kissed me forcefully, as if he wanted to devour me completely. At that moment, thoughts of running away had already vanished from my mind. All I knew was that Colton had always had incredible stamina, and when I woke up tomorrow, I'd probably be sore all over again. Fortunately, since we were getting married tomorrow, Colton didn't demand more. After the shower, he lay down beside me without a word and didn't say another thing. Before bed, I habitually picked up my pee to scroll through Instagram. After flipping through just a few pages, I saw Rebecca's latest post. Someone picked me up right after landing. So blessed. The photo was a selfie of her in a car. From the understated luxury of the black interior, I immediately recognized it as Colton's car. So he had gone to pick up Rebecca before coming here. The man beside me was already asleep, and he had never mentioned anything about Rebecca to me. I gazed at his profile, silently saying goodbye to him in my heart. A man like Colton was never meant to be mine. Now, it was time to return him to his rightful owner. When I woke up the next morning, Colton was already gone. I quickly came to wake me up, urging me to start getting my makeup done and change into my wedding dress for today's ceremony. When I picked up my phone, I noticed it was flooded with messages from Daisy. When Daisy's ring, please. I immediately called her. I said, Colton suddenly came over last night, so I didn't dare check. Keep my phone in case he found out. Everything goes according to plan today. Daisy let out a heavy sigh of relief. That's good. Marcus spent the entire night with Diane yesterday. How do you know that? My voice carried a hint of agitation. The makeup artist working on my look was startled and quickly stopped what she was doing. I knew Marcus had always maintained connections with other women, causing Daisy countless heartaches. But I never expected that on the night before our wedding. He would be so inconsiderate of Daisy's feelings. Daisy said, Diane sent me a text and that the night using Marcus's phone. Vanessa, never mind about me. Are you really going through with this? Actually, but Colton is cold. At least he's not like Marcus. Initially, I wondered if I was being too impulsive, but the photos Rebecca posted on Instagram had already made the decision for me. When I opened my eyes again, I was still my own reflection. Usually, I only think of him, loose clothes from the knees. This was the first time that I could see so very dressed up and soon someone sent the photos to Colton. The next second, his text perfect. Good. See till last night. Tired about too much. Be a good girl and wait for me. Those words gave me goosebumps all over. Colton almost never contacted me directly. Usually, he would leave messages to his assistant, straight to the villa to find me. Not a well-prepared subject to have words from his mouth. But now, I didn't have time to overthink it. I was already sitting in the wedding car heading to the ceremony venue. This was the most crucial part of Daisy's and my escape plan. I had already used the allowance Colton gave me over the past 2 years to bribe both drivers. When I made the transfers, I was grateful that Colton hadn't shortchanged me these past years. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the money to buy off the people around him. Once we reached the next intersection, the driver would take us straight to the airport. The red light had started its 10-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. I had been so nervous that I hadn't noticed the driver was in the straight lane. To get to the airport, we should have turned left, but the car continued straight ahead. Asher, aren't we supposed to go to the airport? I called out in panic. Driver Asher Green apologized to me, but couldn't bring himself to look me in the eye. He said, Miss James, no, Mrs. Hoffman, I really can't do this. If Mr. Hoffman finds out, I'm finished. Now, the one who was finished was me, since Asher had made his choice. It meant Colton had already caught wind of this. So was his earlier text a warning, or was he trying to keep me? Watching my phone vibrate continuously, I knew Daisy must be in trouble too. I been exposed. We'll have to play it by ear from here. My heart was pounding, filled with anxiety and unease. As we got closer to the wedding venue, I could almost pine, turn Colton's face, cool enough to freeze over. No causing such a huge mess this time. The James family would definitely abandon Daisy and need to save themselves. For all this chaos, we were definitely done for. Arriving at the wedding venue, I stepped onto the red carpet in my diamond-studded heels. Nearly every corner and anyone was there, and the camera flashes were so bright I could barely keep my eyes open. In the distance, Colton was already standing in the entrance greeting guests. I slowly walked toward him, each step feeling like I was walking on cotton, ready to fall at any moment. Finally standing in front of Colton, I forced a smile and naturally linked my arm through his. I said, "Let's go. Let's head inside." I wasn't sure how to see things, but Colton's lips seemed to curve up slightly. He said, "You're not ready for me anymore." I pressed my lips together and looked at him, deciding to put my plan on hold for him. I said, "I'm not ready anymore." I was wrong. Gee, it's all because your first love came back, and before I could finish, he suddenly stopped, grabbed my hand, and pulled me into his arms. He said, "Marcus went to find his first love. I didn't go anywhere, so why were you running?" Embarrassment made my cheeks flush red. Busy night, the wedding ceremony finally ended. I thought I removed my makeup, changed into comfortable pajamas, and lay down on the bed. This was the Riverside penthouse Colton had bought. As long as he could buy authentic, high-quality materials, he would never consider invitations. Only Colton had ever lived in the room, and it was finally quiet. In front of me was a huge floor-to-ceiling window with the curtains left open, reflecting both Colton's and my silhouettes. Through the window, I noticed he'd been staring at me the whole time. I said, "Everyone's tired today. Let's get some rest early." Colton pulled me back. He asked, "Tell me, why did you want to run away from the wedding?" "To pay our family's debts, my sister Daisy James and I, Vanessa James, are about to marry into Phyllis Hudson Williams' wealthy family. The Hoffmans, us used to marry the cool older brother, Colton Hoffman. Daisy is set to marry the playboy younger brother, Marcus Hoffman. We thought this would be our fate for life, but unexpectedly, the day before our wedding, both of their first loves returned to the country. After we met to discuss it, our thoughts were surprisingly aligned. Let's run away. I want to run away too. On the wedding day, we put on our wedding dresses and prepared to flee abroad, but we were caught red-handed. Colton looked confused and scared. Marcus went to find his first love, but I told him everyone knows that Hoffman family controls years to determine our resources. Everyone else knows that the Hoffman's sons have been deeply below the first loves. After Daisy and I put the James family heirs into the Hoffman estate, we unexpectedly ended up dating the two brothers for 2 years. The outside world was full of rumors that this was just the brothers' momentary whim, using us for entertainment. Once the novelty wore off, they threw us out like trash. But just a week ago, the Hoffman family sent out wedding invitations to all of New York's elite families. Daisy and I are getting married tomorrow, officially joining the Hoffman family. I'm marrying Colton, and Daisy is marrying Marcus. Suddenly, news headlines were everywhere, and everyone knew about it. My phone kept buzzing with related news notifications. These past few days, Daisy's and my names have been appearing frequently in various news headlines. I think Daisy went out alongside beside me. Right now, we're sitting in a coffee shop, fully disguised with hats, sunglasses, and masks. Daisy said, "Vanessa, last night when Marcus was showering, I accidentally saw Diane texting him, asking him to pick her up at the airport. She's coming back today. I just called Marcus, but he didn't answer. He's probably already on his way to the airport." I remember that Diane Stewart is Marcus's first love. They grew up together and have deep feelings for each other. Colton and Marcus have completely opposite personalities. Colton has always been aloof and uninterested in women. Even when we're lying in the same bed, we don't exchange more than 5 sentences. Marcus, on the other hand, is completely different. A total playboy with countless women around him. Although we were initially sent by the James family to pay off debts, I have to admit that in the eyes of outsiders, Colton treats me with more respect. Daisy's voice grew quieter, and I knew she was hurting inside. Even though we both knew this relationship was just a transaction, after 2 years of being together day and night, it was impossible not to develop feelings. Even I wasn't an exception. I said, "Actually, Rebecca is coming back too." I just saw her social media update. According to rumors, Rebecca Lynch is Colton's first love. When I was first sent to the Hoffman estate, Rebecca, who was abroad at the time, immediately added my contact information after learning the news and boldly challenged me. I could tell she had gotten my contact through a mutual friend's referral, and that mutual friend could only be Colton. Thinking about this, my heart sank in my bed. This was the sense of security he gave Rebecca. Daisy said, since both of their first loves are back, we'll be kicked out soon anyway. Instead of being publicly rejected at tomorrow's wedding, why don't we run away first? Hearing Daisy say something so I couldn't help but look around nervously, afraid someone might overhear. I quickly said, "Daisy, don't talk nonsense. If we run away, what about the James family steps? Not only will the Hoffman family not let us come, but even Mom and Dad won't help us." I lowered my voice, lighting up sequences. Daisy said, "I'm really worried. We probably agreed from the beginning that we would never fall in love with anyone from the Hoffman family, but I still couldn't control my feelings. Growing up, Daisy and I have always depended on each other. We also have a younger brother, Wyatt James. Our parents have always favored Wyatt, while Daisy and I are nothing more than tools in their eyes." Hearing Daisy's troubled voice, my heart ached along with hers. Anyway, it's never reasonable and decisive and shifted everything into this. Never treating pleasantly to hear that Rebecca is back. I probably love sleeping on my own. With this thought, I said, "Alright, I'll take you away." The entire villa was empty except for the servants and me. Colton had bought this house specifically for me after we started dating. It was close to downtown, but he rarely came here himself. Tonight, he probably wouldn't show up either. Daisy and I were plotting our escape route for tomorrow. As part of the plan, tonight would be
was one promise. If you would, just one. Would you always treat the trailer before? Casey suggested I stay. 13 years of lifelong dream, and if I could use this opportunity to be there, I thought we needed me to make plans. The travel routes for every country were already deeply into my memory. I looked on my computer, using my passport to book a flight for tomorrow, just as I was about to take a screenshot to send to Maisie. Vanessa, what are you doing? A spicy voice came from behind me. Nothing, just browsing around. I instinctively snapped the laptop shut. Being caught red-handed made me tense up completely. He had always been suspicious and would never easily believe my excuse. He walked toward him, step by step, leaning down close until he was almost touching my face. Just as he reached out to open my laptop, I suddenly threw my arms around his neck, stopping his movement. What brings you here today? I asked. I rarely took such bold initiative to get close to him. For a moment, the room seemed to fall into a brief stillness, to see if I planned to leave and run away tomorrow. He said, "What?" He knew I was planning to escape. I turned my head up, and my lips accidentally brushed against his. The next second, he kissed me forcefully, as if he wanted to devour me completely. At that moment, thoughts were moving and already vanished from my mind. All I knew was that Colton had always had incredible stamina, and when I looked up to the I probably just saw all over again. Unfortunately, it was getting near to the body. Colton didn't give in for it. Lay down beside me. I didn't say another thing. Just when I was too anything to write. Just wanted to Instagram photo. Just details. I saw them at his latest post. So right after that, he's so blessed. It was a selfie of him. I wish I was getting luxury from my computing. I began to recognize his holding spot. So that I thought he was good. And then beside me was already asleep. And he never been here before about me. I faced him as broken, silently saying goodbye to him. I felt like Colton was never meant to be mine. No, he was likely to turn into his way with them, but I could not make this morning. Colton was already gone. He looked forward to waking up, quickly just back in my makeup dinner, and change into my wedding dress for today's ceremony. When I could not wake up, I noticed he was one of the messages from Maisie. This is my goodness. I said, there's a new little aspect, so I didn't hear it. Of the basic outcome, the he was working by today. That's bad. You are explaining today. I asked her. One place here in education, and the artist from the stop. She was doing for this and all this making about children. Because of Daisy, I was right. But we never expected that. I would go on with it. We celebrate about Daisy speaks. Daisy said, and there's a new text. The greatest practice is not yes, never mind now. Are you really this? Eventually, the world is going to be season for this. Initially, I would have liked to said she was most learned and posted on Instagram. Only came decision for me. My eyes can, and I was stunned by my reflection. Usually, yes, I never went through this phase for this is the first time I was the rest of the photos to yours. The next second, was specified. That seems the last night, tired about too much. And probably, I was first thinking this about something else. The name was never perfect. Usually, the messages from his assistant go straight to the villain. I don't know where the subject of the words was now, but now just getting this is the wedding planning to smell. And this point, which is Daisy's sleep like years to buy my house. I was waiting on my computer to change these estimates. Otherwise, I would never put it by under the point of what's your next section. He said, his name is no, Mrs. Roper. Like my fighter he was my face must be in trouble too. My head expressed playing right from here. My heart's pounding. No things are feeling as we come closer to my interview. I felt his pride. Didn't hold his face. Pulled it out to freeze over. Things that we can't just this time. He stared at me and I'm really easy to save themselves. For all his feelings, he was coming down for running the wedding venue. My stepbrother had been with my dining set heels. If we never were, was there, and the camera's flashes were so bright I could barely keep my eyes open. In the distance, Colton was already standing at the entrance greeting guests. I slowly walked toward him, each step feeling like I was walking on calm, ready to fall at any moment. Finally standing in front of him, I forced a smile and naturally looked away from her face. I said, let's go, let's do this. I wasn't sure if I was seeing a face, but Colton's lips seemed to curve up slightly. He said, you're not running away from her. I pressed my lips together and looked at him, deciding to put my friend on hold for now. I said, I'm not running anymore. Gee, it's also your first love came back, and before I could finish, he suddenly stopped, grabbed my hand, and pulled me into his arms. He said, what is with my dispersing mouth? I didn't know anyone, so why were you running? We are spending my cheeks flushed back. she's like, so finally I really know it's what my finger stayed with jealous and lay down on the bed with his oversight and house and on as long as he's flying into me, I know it's straight. He never considering stations. And it was fine for play. It probably was a huge word to see when the birds not open. Like the hands and myself as Steve staring at me like I said, everybody's very tall. Let's get some other stuff. Here's like 20 are fairly steady, so this is what he's against and hesitates more about very areas of to up and down. The easiest secondary this is why our paper might, but unexpectedly, the table for our wedding, with their first gloves returned to the country. After we had to discuss it, our thoughts were surprisingly alike. Let's run away. I want to run away too. Like, okay, all the wedding dresses. I had to shake it around my wrist and spear. Marcus went to light his first love, but I didn't know where to run it from. Everyone knows that the father of family is top tier power and resources. Everyone also knows that the father success and their love deeply for the first love. I'm lazy and I can James family domain. You're sent to the hungry state. I'm taking 2 brothers from the fish to the outside. So this was just the first way to use this for the first class of college. This is the consideration of just mostly families. Daisy and I were married to one mission to a school family. Very close with Daisy is very Marcus. His family and everyone from house. They didn't use notifications. These past few days, Daisy's and ratings have been probably various uses. Daisy went up. She was like, right now, we're sitting in a coffee shop. This guy's hands are so lessons. Daisy said, I asked him last night when Marcus was showering. They accidentally saw that in texting. Asking what they felt to the age. Here, she's going to be back today. I just hope Marcus. But he didn't answer. He's probably already on his way to the airport. I remember that he was Marcus's first love. Things together and deeply with his friendship. Then Marcus had completely opposite personalities. Has always been aloof and uninterested in women, even when we're lying in the same bed. They exchange 1 in 5 sentences. Marcus, on the other hand, is completely different. Playboy and always work around him. Initially sent by the James family about dance. I have to admit that he was an outsider. James father's respect. His voice being quiet, and I knew she was hurting inside. She believed his relationship still the transaction. After 2 years of being together day and night, it was a little small in his feelings. I wasn't an exception. I said, actually, I next now I'm to that's so for social media and to switch. Rebecca is called his first one. When I was first sent to the office, he was I know what I would say. The managing participation as a leader is really challenged. I can tell she would not like contact being able to press referral. It's a small friend. About this, my heart sank as I never did. This was the sense of security that became Rebecca. Daisy said, their first months of action, they kicked out security instead of being seen and connected at tomorrow's wedding. I knew first first. Daisy say something so helpful around her. Right, someone might work here. They said, Daisy, don't talk nonsense. By the way, we have to spare the sense. Nothing. She found so much stuff, but he's a woman now. That's what my place. The right of her hospital was sequences. Daisy said, I'm really great. But I still believe that we always Daisy and I can always depend on each other. I also remember brother playing James. Well, parents have always favorite client, Daisy, and I heard nothing but the twists in her eyes. Daisy's strong voice. My heart ached on my heart. Anyway, he's mostly decisive and efficient in everything he does. Never writing things out. And never forgets that. He probably uses my own. It's fine. I said, all right, I'll take you fight. They have to have their lives 50 except for the servants and me. This house specifically for me after we started dating. It was close to downtown, but he rarely came here himself. Tonight, he probably wouldn't show up either. Daisy and I were planning our escape route for tomorrow. That's why we plan to completely avoid being tracked down. I need to leave before I get the feelings. The Hoffman family had eyes and ears everywhere in the city. Why don't we just go tomorrow? Didn't you always dream of traveling alone when you were little? Daisy suggested excitedly that she lived my life largely. I knew I could use this opportunity to meet her. If I could live in Toronto, I would be ready to make plans. The travel routes for every country were already deeply into my memory. On my computer, using my passport to book a flight for tomorrow. Just as I was about to take a screenshot to send to Daisy, at the door had some of it open. Vanessa, what are you doing? His icy voice came from behind me. Nothing, just browsing around. I instinctively snapped the laptop shut. Being caught red-handed made me tense up completely. It had always been suspicious, and with at least a completely excuse. We walked toward it. He still missed it. He didn't close until he was close to leaving things. Just as he reached out to open my laptop, listen, close around his neck. Why weren't you here today? I asked. No, I took some information to his listening. For a moment, he seemed to fall to a brief stillness to see if I were to be not wait tomorrow. He said, no, I knew I was planning to escape. I should have waited. And My lips accidentally brushed against his. The next second, he kissed me forcefully. And now he felt right now when he vanished from my mind. My name was that he had always had a perfect stand up. And when I woke up tomorrow, I'd probably be smiling for him. Jelly is getting married tomorrow. He said that he found more and he shouted. He lay down beside me without a word and didn't say another thing. Then, finally, I picked up my pee. I'll just go through Instagram. I'm just see my summer bag's latest post. Picked me up right now. I'm so blessed. I was a selfie in front of the car. And the understated luxury of the bar interior. She immediately recognized it as Chloe's car. So he got to coming in. And because I was one of these things, he had never mentioned anything about what I was doing. At least in his profile. Suddenly saying goodbye to my mom. Man like Chloe was never meant to be like, now, it was time to return. He was right below me. When I woke up the next morning, Chloe was already gone. The wedding came to wake me up. Urged me to start getting my makeup done and change into my wedding dress for today's ceremony. When I picked my phone, my notice was one of the messages from Daisy. Daisy's my enemies. I immediately called her for sin. Suddenly came over last night, so I didn't dare check. Came my phone and Daisy found out. Everything was according to them today. Daisy let out a heavy sigh of relief. That's good. I spent the entire night preparing yesterday. Plus, now, likewise, tagging his education. The makeup artist working on my look was starting to really stop what she was doing. But his days. She had thought it was like Daisy jumped the spreadsheets. She never expected that on the night before her wedding. He associates kind of Daisy's feelings. Daisy's Vanessa in Texas. Easy as well. Vanessa never lied about you. That's actually good stuff. It's not like always. Initially, the way I left being justice, but she did have most on Instagram, when you specific. When I opened my eyes again, this is meant by my reflection in the mirror. Usually, my sleep at every single for these. This is the first time any policies ever pressed on the stage. Someone sent photos of me. It's transformed. She seems like last night, twice about the lunch, and her completion. So it's giving you spots on the brush. This is never contacted me directly. Usually, this contains a system straight to the okay, I'm subject to my questions. Now, I feel like I'm choice in the city car heading to the South Connecting to all the most visual Daisy's device. I am curious being around to maybe over the past 10 years, right? Properties, but I think that's just a show to each of the past years. Otherwise, I have nothing to buy us around there. That's what makes me. It's the intersection of the driving team street and the airport. The red light had started its dancing and countdown. 3, 2, 1. And so nervous that I hadn't noticed the driver was in the straight lane to get to the airport. She had turned left. The car continued straight. Session was forced to go to the side. Pulled out. The driver had really apologized to the owner. He said, Miss James, this is not I really can't do this. It was not very good. Finished. Now, the one who was finished was me, since actually the name was twice. And sources earlier testifying was trying to make me want to write my writing continuously, but the things must be in trouble too. I got exposed. Playing my ear for you. My heart was pounding. No anxiety. As we got closer to the wedding scene, the crowd was high. Open space, cold enough to freeze a room. Causing such a huge mess this time, the James family would definitely abandon Daisy with it to save themselves. After all this chaos, we were definitely done for. Arriving at the wedding venue, I stepped onto the red carpet in my diamond-studded heels. Nearly every reporter in New York was there, and the camera flashes were so bright I could barely keep my eyes open. In the distance, Colton was already standing at the entrance greeting guests. I slowly walked toward him, each step feeling like I was walking on cotton, ready to fall at any moment. Finally standing in front of Colton, I forced a smile and natural fleet to my arm through his. I said, let's go, let's get inside. I wasn't sure if I'd seen things, but Colton's lips seemed for them slightly. He said, you're not running away anymore. I pressed my lips together and looked at him, deciding to put my friend on hold for now. I said, I'm not running anymore. I was wrong. Gee, it's all because your first love came back, and before I could finish, he suddenly stopped, grabbed my hand, and pulled me into his arms. He said, Marcus went to find his first love. I didn't go anywhere, so why were you running? Embarrassment made my cheeks flush red. After a busy night, the wedding ceremony finally ended. I quickly removed my makeup, changed into comfortable pajamas, and lay down on the bed. This was the Riverside penthouse Colton had bought, as well as by the bedtime, high-quality materials. He would never consider invitations. Only Colton and I were left in the room. It was finally quiet. In front of me was a huge fantasy with linen and the curtains left open, reflecting the wall of his head silhouettes. Through the window, I noticed he'd been staring at me the whole time. I said, everyone's tired today. Let's get some rest early. Colton called me back. He asked, tell me, why did you want to run away from the wedding? Today, our family stands, my sister Daisy James and I, Vanessa James, are about to marry the twin sons of New York's wealthy family of twins. I'm supposed to marry the full older brother. While Daisy is set to marry the playboy younger brother, we thought this would be our fate for life, but unexpectedly, the day before our wedding, both of their first loves returned to the country. We met to discuss it. Our thoughts were surprisingly aligned. Let's run away. I want to run away too. On the wedding day, we put on our wedding dresses and left totally gone. We were already at the most gross, for instance. Marcus went to find his first love, but I didn't know anything. What are you running from? Everyone knows that the Hoffman family controls Weaver's top-tier power and resources. Everyone also knows that Will Hoffman's sons are their deeply beloved first loves after Daisy eventually James family to me. They're still in the Hoffman estate. We unexpectedly ended up dating the two brothers for 2 years. The outside world was full of rumors that this was just the brothers' momentary plan, using us for entertainment. Once the novelty won, they threw us out like trash, not just a week ago. The Hoffman family sent out wedding invitations to all of the constantly families. Daisy and I are getting married tomorrow, officially joining the Hoffman family. We're married, and Daisy is married for years. So news headlines for everyone. Everyone knew about it. My mom kept buzzing on related news notifications. These past few days, Daisy's and my names have been appearing frequently in various news headlines. Daisy left me on the site saying, "Why the hell first no information?" We discussed the past, some lessons, and asks. Daisy said, "Yes, last night the artist was showing. I accidentally sent her a text to him. Daisy was pick her up at TH. She's coming back today. I just spoke to her guest. He's probably already on his way to the airport. Remember that Diane Stewart is Marcus's first love. They grew up together and have deep feelings for each other. And Marcus have completely opposite personalities. He's always been really thin and interesting one. Even when we're lying in the same thing. Exchange more than 5 sentences. Marcus, on the other hand, is completely different. Numbers women around him were initially sent by the Jews to be our parents, and enemy eyes of outsiders, treats with more respect, as his voice no lawyer, and I knew she was hurting himself. This relationship was taking an exception. After 2 years of being together day and night, he was impulsively opting to go feelings, and I wasn't an exception. I said, "Rachel, Rebecca is coming back to protest while some were social media updates were working with others. Rebecca Lynch is Coleman's first love. When I was first sent to the Hoffman estate, Rebecca, who was a part at the time, immediately added my contact information after learning the news. Coleman challenged me until she had gotten my contact to a mutual girl, and that mutual friend has been able to yes, we're not saying that my head was the sense of security he gave her. Daisy said, since both of their first loves are down, they can lose in anyone. Instead, they rejected at tomorrow's wedding. Why didn't you me first? Hearing Daisy say something so bold, I need help. I'm nervously, afraid someone might overhear. I quickly said, Daisy, don't talk nonsense. If you run away, what about the James family status? Not only will Mom and family not let us go, but even Mom and Dad won't help us. I won't my place. You're like a child of sequences. Daisy said, I was hurting and it agreed. Never fall in love with him. But I started to control my feelings. Oh yeah, Daisy and I always took care of each other. We also have a young brother, great James. Our parents have always loved her great. Daisy, you're nothing for the jokes in her eyes. Hearing Daisy's tone voice, you're able to hers. Anyway, Holt's never loved me. He's always very decisive and efficient. Everything he does, never trying to make things happen. And Rebecca is back. Probably most believe on my own, which is not. I said, all right, I'll take you away. The entire village is empty except for the servants and me. We didn't have this house specifically created after we started dating. It was supposed to be on him. You're not taking care of yourself. Tonight, we wouldn't show up either. Daisy and the bodyguards stay around for tomorrow. This runaway plan, tomorrow's meeting, church family, I should believe you are going to be things. The Hoffman family had nice news everywhere in the city. Why don't we just go leave? Don't you always try to travel the world when you were little? Daisy suggested excitedly. That would be my lifelong dream, and I could use this opportunity to make it happen. If I really went abroad, I wouldn't even need to make plans. The travel routes for every country from to like that. Using my passport to book a flight for tomorrow, just as I was about to take a screenshot to send to Daisy. Then I had some other open. Vanessa, what are you doing? An enticing voice came from behind me. Nothing, just passport to me. Close to the snap. One red-handed patient dance out of the sleep. Wasn't that always been suspicious? Sleep with no excuse. Much toward him, he step by step, getting down close until he was close to my face. Just as he reached for me with my laptop, I suddenly put my arms around his neck, stopping his movement. What you here today? I asked. But why would I take such a initiative to get close to him? For a moment, there was such a knowledge of stillness. To see if my bright beam would run away to home. He said, "What?" Feeling was ready to escape. Emotions never brushed against his. He kissed me forcefully, as if he wanted to devour me completely. At that moment, thoughts of my finger as he vanished in my mind. All I knew was that he always had incredible stamina. When I woke up, I couldn't be so what you think since we get married tomorrow? She didn't answer. In the shower, looking down beside me without a word, didn't say another thing. Then, I dreamed that my feet. I scrolled through Instagram, after just a few pages, I saw Rebecca's latest post. Someone picked me up right after leaving a was surprised. It was a selfie of her in the car. From the understated luxury of the black experience, I immediately recognized it as Cole's car. So he thought to pick up Rebecca while having finished. The man beside me was already asleep, and he had never mentioned anything about Rebecca to me. I gazed at his profile, silently saying goodbye to him in my heart. A man like Colt was never meant to be mine. Now, it was time to return him to his rightful owner. When I woke up the next morning, Colt was already gone. Well, you need to wake me up, or you need to start getting my makeup done and change into my wedding dress for today's ceremony. When I picked up my phone, I noticed it was flooded with messages from Daisy. With Daisy's mind at ease, I immediately called her. I said, suddenly said last night, so I didn't dare check. Anyway, phone and Daisy found out. Everything wasn't right to them today. Daisy let out a heavy sigh of relief. That's good. Marcus spent the entire night yesterday. How do you know that? My voice carried a hint of education. The makeup artist working on my look was startled and quickly stopped what she was doing. Marcus had always maintained connections with other women, causing Daisy countless heartaches. But I never expected it on the night before our wedding. It was so inconsiderate of Daisy's feelings. Daisy said, the headset even used Marcus's phone. Vanessa, never mind about me. Are you really going with this? Actually, he felt Colton is cold. At least he's not my wife. I wondered if I was being too innocent. But then those were my conclusion on it. I had already made the decision for me. When I opened my eyes again, even I was stunned by my reflection in the mirror. Usually, I only let every loose clothes for comfort needs. This was the first time many people would see me so carefully dressed up. Soon, someone said my close to Colton. The next second, his text arrived. Looking good. It seems like last night you tired you out too much. Be a good girl and wait for me. Those words gave me goosebumps all over. And almost never contacted me directly. Usually, he clearly messages to his assistant, straight to the villain to find me, let alone hearing such intimate words from his mouth. But now, I didn't have time to overthink it. I was already sitting in the wedding car heading to the ceremony venue. This was the most crucial part of Daisy's my escape plan. I had already used the allowance to over the past to assist in rifle drivers. When I made the transfers, I was grateful that Colton had shortchanged me these past years. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the money to buy off around it. Once we reached the ending of the fixed intersection, the driver would take us straight to the airport. The flight started its 10-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. I was so nervous that I had to miss the driving to the straight thing. To get to the airport, we should have turned left, but the driver took me straight ahead. Usher, was he supposed to go to the airport? I forgot to ask. The driver Usher would have apologized to me, but couldn't bring himself to look me in the eye. He said, Mrs. Gates, no, Mrs. Hoffman, I really can't do this. If Mr. Hoffman invites it, she will finish. The was finished to speak, since Usher had made his choice. And then Ken was not pretty fun with this. So this is what the urgency morning, what was he trying to do? What was my little vibrant intimacy? I knew Daisy must be in trouble too. Then exposed. Who could play if I hear from here? My heart was pounding. I felt anxiety and emotions. As we got closer to the plane venue, I felt his pine. Take Colton's face, but not the freeze off. It wasn't such a huge mess this time. The James family would eventually abandon Daisy and Eddie to save themselves. For all this chaos, arrived at the wedding venue, I stepped into the ring. My diamonds to the fields. Nearly every reporter in New York was there, and the camera flashes were so bright I could barely keep my eyes open. In the distance, Colton was already standing at the entrance for the guests, pressing his hand. Each step he took, I was walking on cotton, ready to fall at any moment. Finally standing in front of Colton, I forced a smile, naturally thinking my broke through his. I said, let's go. Let's head inside. I wasn't sure if I was seeing things, but Colton's lips seemed to curve up slightly. He said, you're not running away anymore? I pressed my lips together and looked at him, deciding to put my plan on hold for now. I said, I'm not running anymore. I was wrong. Gee, it's all because your first love came back, and before I could finish, he suddenly stopped, grabbed my hand, and pulled me into his arms. He said, Marcus went to find his first love. I didn't go anywhere, so why were you running? Embarrassment made my cheeks flush red. After a busy night, the wedding ceremony finally ended. I quickly removed my makeup, changed into comfortable pajamas, and lay down on the bed. This was the riverside penthouse Colton had bought. As long as he could buy authentic, high-quality materials, he would never consider invitations. Only Colton and I were left in the room, and it was finally quiet. In front of me was a huge floor-to-ceiling window with the curtains left open, reflecting both Colton's and my silhouettes. Through the window, I noticed he'd been staring at me the whole time. I said, everyone's tired today. Let's get some rest early. Colton pulled me back. He asked, tell me, why did you want to run away from the wedding? To pay off our family's debts, my sister Daisy James and I, Vanessa James, are about to marry the twin sons of New York's wealthy family, the Hoffmans. I'm supposed to marry the cold older brother, Colton Hoffman, while Daisy is set to marry the playboy younger brother, Marcus Hoffman. We thought this would be our fate for life, but unexpectedly, the day before our wedding, both of their first loves returned to the country. After we met to discuss it, our thoughts were surprisingly aligned. Let's run away. I want to run away too. On the wedding day, we put on our wedding dresses and prepared to flee abroad, but we were caught red-handed. Colton grabbed my wrist and sneered. Marcus went to find his first love, but I didn't go anywhere. What are you running from? Everyone knows that the Hoffman family controls New York's top-tier power and resources. Everyone also knows that both Hoffman's sons have their own deeply beloved first loves. After Daisy and I from the James family heir sent to the Hoffman estate, we unexpectedly ended up dating the two brothers for 2 years. The outside world was full of rumors that this was just the brothers' voluntary whim, using us for entertainment. Once the novelty wore off, they threw us out like trash. But just a week ago, the Hoffman family sent out wedding invitations to all of New York's elite families. Daisy and I will be married tomorrow, officially joining the Hoffman family. I'm marrying Colton, and Daisy's now Marcus. Instead of brothers. And everyone knew about it. What thought she was able to do? Daisies and my names have been recorded for various movements. Daisy I have all the same cycle. Right now, first thing in coffee shop, he disguised my hats, sunglasses, and masks. Last night, when Marcus was showering, I accidentally saw the interesting guy asking me to pick her on a TH in the airport. She's the well, Marcus, he didn't answer. He's probably already on his way to the airport. But I danced over his Marcus's first love. They grew up together and had deep feelings for each other. And Marcus is completely on his personalities. Has always been a little bit uninterested. Even with the life the same man, we don't exchange more than 5 sentences. Marcus, on the other hand, is completely different. I was with him around him. Although we were initially sent by the Davis family, I had no pandemic since the hospitals. Since we were back, Daisy's voice, they were over the actions for making sense. This relationship was just a transaction. We took years to get together, dating life, we spoke of developed feelings. That was an intersection. I said, I just thought back to protest, social media update. I wanted to just focus first love. When I was first sent to the police station, I was a lot of the time immediately out of my contact information from the money and tools. Until she did not make contact with me, I told her to a girl, and that mutual friend could help me things about this. My heart sank that my dad told us the sense of security he gave Rebecca. Daisy said, since all of their first love was found, we kicked out soon anyway. Instantly, rejecting at tomorrow's wedding. Michael was not first. Daisy say something so bold. I couldn't help but look around nervously, afraid someone might overhear. I quickly said, Daisy, don't talk nonsense. By the way, what about the students' family's death? Not only will the Hoffman family not let us go, but even mom and dad won't help us. I lowered my voice, reminding her of the possible sequences. Daisy said, I really hurt it. We eventually agreed from the beginning that we would never fall in love with anyone else in family, but I still couldn't control my feelings. Broke down. Daisy and I have always depended on each other. We also have a younger brother, Wyatt James. Our parents have always favored Wyatt. Daisy and I are nothing more than tools in her eyes. Hearing Daisy's tone voice, my heart ached along the nerves. Anyway, Colton never left me. He's always been decisive and efficient in everything he does, never dragging things out. Never forgets that. He was really close to live on my own. With this thought, I said, all right, we'll go away. The entire villa was empty except for the servants and me. Colton had found this house just a moment after we started dating. It was close to downtown, but he readily came here himself. Tonight, he probably won't show up either. Daisy and I are plotting our escape route for tomorrow. As for the plan, we think we avoid being tracked down. I wish to leave New York in the Philippines. The Hoffman family had eyes and ears everywhere in the city. Why don't we just go abroad? Daisy suggested excitedly. That had indeed been my lifelong dream, and now I could use this opportunity to make it happen. If I really went abroad, I wouldn't even need to make plans. The travel routes for every country were already deeply etched in my memory. I really worked on my computer, using my passport to book a flight for tomorrow. Just as I was about to take a screenshot to send to Daisy, the bedroom door had somehow been opened. Vanessa, what are you doing? Someone's icy voice came from behind me. Nothing, just browsing around. I instinctively snapped the laptop shut. Being caught red-handed made me tense up completely. Colton had always been suspicious and would never easily believe my excuse. He walked toward Anne, he step by step, leaning down close until he was almost touching my face. Just as he reached out to open my laptop, I suddenly threw my arms around his neck, stopping his movement. What would you get to me? I really took such bold initiative to get close to him. For a moment, the room seemed to fall into a brief stillness. To see if my bride to be would run away tomorrow, he said. What? He knew I was planning to escape? I turned my head up, and my lips accidentally brushed against his. The next second, Colton kissed me forcefully, as if he wanted to devour me completely. At that moment, thoughts of running away had already vanished from my mind. All I knew was that Colton had always had incredible stamina, and when I woke up tomorrow, I'd probably be swung all over again. Fortunately, since we were getting married tomorrow, Colton didn't demand more. After the shower, he lay down beside me without a word and didn't say another thing. Then, I eventually picked up my feet and just went to Instagram. After just a few pages, I saw the man's latest post. She was right after landing. So it was a selfie of her in a car. Having understood the luxury of the market today, I immediately recognized it as his car. So he forgot to pick up Rebecca before coming in. The man beside me was already asleep, and he had never mentioned anything about Rebecca. I gazed at his slow light, suddenly saying goodbye to my heart. The man laid hold of us and his car, and then used to enjoy trying to sort of it's already and changed into my wedding dress for today's ceremony. When I picked up my phone, I noticed it was one of the messages from Daisy. Daisy's right at me, and I immediately called her over and said, so I didn't even check. Because I felt in case. Now, everything was pretty planned today. Daisy let out a heavy sigh of relief. That's good. Marcus and these two died yesterday. How do you know that? My voice carried into agitation. I think the artist working on my phone was startled and quickly stopped what she was doing. Marcus had always maintained connections with other women, causing Daisy countless heartaches. But I never expected that on the night before our wedding, he could be so inconsiderate of Daisy's feelings. Daisy said, using Marcus's phone. Vanessa, never mind about me. Are you really going through with this? Actually, even though Fulton is cool, now he's not like Marcus. Initially, I thought I was being too impulsive, but the photos were kind of posted on Instagram and already made the decision for me. When I opened my eyes again, even I was stunned by my reflection in the mirror. Usually, I only let and wear loose clothes for comfort and peace. This was the first time many people had seen me so carefully dressed up. Soon, someone sent the photos to me. Next second, his text arrived. Looking good. Seems like last night didn't tire you out too much. Be a good girl and wait for me. Those words gave me goosebumps all over. His almost never contacted me directly. Usually, he would leave messages through his assistant or come straight to the village to find me, let alone hearing such intimate words from his mouth. But now, I didn't have time to think it. I was babysitting in the wedding car heading to the ceremony. And this was the most crucial part of Daisy's in my estate plan. I had already used the allowance Kid had gave me over the past 2 years to ride both drivers. When I made the transfers, I was grateful that Colton hadn't shortchanged me these past years. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had the money to buy off the people around me. Once we reached the next the intersection, the driver would take us straight to the airport. The red light had started its 10-second countdown. 3, 2, 1. I had been so nervous that I hadn't noticed the driver was in the straight lane. To get to the airport, we should have turned left, but the car continued straight ahead. Asher, I was supposed to go to the airport, but we found a panic. Driver Asher apologized to me, but begged himself to leave me in time. He said, James, no, Mrs. Hoffman, I really can't do this. It was the moment of my doubts. And actually now, the one who was finished was making a signature in his voice, and Miss Fulton had already complimented this. So was his earlier text a warning? Was he trying to get me? My phone vibrated continuously. I knew Daisy must be in trouble too. I had exposed. Play it by ear from here. My heart was pounding, filled with anxiety and enemies. As we got closer to the wedding venue, my phone was high, to Fulton's face. Enough to raise a friend, no hesitation to use it as necessary. The James family definitely abandoned Daisy and me to save ourselves. In all of this chaos, we didn't keep that floor. Arriving at the wedding venue, I stepped onto the red carpet right back instead of heels. Nearly everyone was there, and the camera flashes were so bright I could barely keep my eyes open. In the distance, Fulton was already standing at the entrance greeting guests. I slowly walked to him. Each step of the flight I was walking on calm, ready to fall at any moment. Finally standing in front of Fulton, I used to smile, naturally leaning my arm through his. I said, let's go, let's head inside. I wasn't sure if he was saying things, but Fulton's lips seemed to move up slightly. He said, we're not running away anymore. I pressed my lips together and looked at him, deciding to put my plan on hold for now. I said, I'm not running anymore. I was wrong. Gee, it's only that your first blood came back, and before I could finish, he suddenly stopped, grabbed my hand, and pulled me into his arms. He said, Marcus went to find his first love. I didn't go anywhere, so why were you running? Embarrassment made my cheeks flush red. After a busy night, the wedding ceremony finally ended. I quickly removed my makeup, changed into comfortable pajamas, and laid down on the bed. This was the Riverside penthouse Colton had bought. As long as he could buy authentic, high-quality materials, he would never consider invitations. Only Colton and I were left in the room, and it was finally quiet. In front of me was a huge floor-to-ceiling window with the curtains left open, reflecting both Colton's and my silhouettes. Through the window, I noticed he'd been staring at me the whole time. I said, everyone's tired today. Let's get some rest early. Colton pulled me back. He asked, tell me, why did you want to run away from the wedding? To pay off our family's debts, my sister Daisy James and I, Vanessa James, are about to marry the twin sons of New York's wealthy family, the Hoffmans. I'm supposed to marry the cold older brother, Colton Hoffman, while Daisy is set to marry the playboy younger brother, Marcus Hoffman. We thought this would be our fate for life, but unexpectedly, the day before our wedding, both of their first loves returned to the country. After we met to discuss it, our thoughts were surprisingly aligned. Let's run away. I want to run away too. On the wedding day, we put on our wedding dresses and prepared to flee abroad, but we were caught red-handed. Colton grabbed my wrist and sneered. Marcus went to find his first love, but I didn't go anywhere. What are you running from? Everyone knows that the Hoffman family controls New York's top-tier power and resources. Everyone also knows that both Hoffman sons have their own deeply beloved first loves. After Daisy and I from the James family heirs into the Hoffman estate, we unexpectedly ended up dating the two brothers for 2 years. The outside world was full of rumors that this was just the brothers' momentary whim, using us for entertainment. Once the novelty wore off, they'd throw us out like trash. But just a week ago, the Hoffman family sent out wedding invitations to all of New York's elite families. Daisy and I are getting married tomorrow, officially joining the Hoffman family. I'm marrying Colton, and Daisy is marrying Marcus. Suddenly, news headlines were everywhere, and everyone knew about it. My phone kept buzzing with related news notifications. These past few days, Daisy's and my names have been appearing frequently in various news headlines. I hope Daisy let out alongside the site. Right now, we're sitting in a coffee shop, fully disguised with hats, sunglasses, and masks. Daisy said,